What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with the analysis breakdown and tribute to Gary Payton. The glove, he was so smart, very, very intelligent, highly skilled with the handles and the ball handling and the ball control. And he was able to finish at a high level because of his quickness, and his lateral quickness was show that he was able to get to the rim and finish with finesse as quick as he could. He had the twirls, he had the spins, he had the straight line drives, and he had the ability to cut to the rim too. And that's what made him a great finisher. He also had a little bit of a mid-range game. If you cut him off going to the paint, or you make him go in a different direction, he can always do a no hesitation pull up, and he can make that shot. Most defenses want him to take it, but he still had to take it in general. But as long as he can make it, his passing skills was there. He usually try to pass in transition after a steal or after a turnover, but he can also pass in the half court. He was one of the most exciting passers of that generation because it was always leading to a spectacular play, and his accuracy and his ball leading ability was really, really good. He always led you to the bucket or led you to the score. He's mostly known for his lockdown defense, especially on the perimeter, because he can stay in front of guys and make them overthink, make them waste time, make them go into one of their worst selections for offense. And it takes the point guard pretty much out of play, and he can also guard the best player on the court that's on the perimeter too, regardless if they're a forward or a guard, because he gets up in them. He always making them move. He always making them think. He always getting them off balance with their mental, and then he tries to go for a steal or a block. And the fact that he always made you dribble, that means you couldn't lock in on who you wanted to pass in to next, and he was able to make you dictate what you wanted to do, and then he was able to get you off of that and make you turn the ball over or make you take a shot you normally didn't want to take. And he used to always say, well, I can take this guy out of his game, then that's my job to do as a defender. And he'll pick you up full court too, and then he would force you to play one-on-one basketball with him, and he would force you to always think that it's something else that you're supposed to be doing besides what you normally wanted to do, and that's taking you out of your game mentally too. And he was just so great at that. He also had great lateral quickness he used to stay in front of defenders. They couldn't really blow past him. He was very sturdy when he put his hands into you, and if he couldn't touch you with his hands, he was able to use his feet to move, laterally to stay in front of you. And he was just a great interceptor. He always had a knack for what you wanted to do or what you was trying to pass, or he was always looking over his shoulder so he can be able to steal the ball from the opponent. And I thought that made him a high level defender, and also made him a steals leader, because you already denying somebody the ball, and it just forced you to take the best player out from the play, and that just made them a very, very, very dangerous team. And I think that he was able to do it when he was older. He was still able to stay in front of guys and force guys into contested shots, force guys into drives they didn't really want to go through and do. And he also made you take that time to think, if I can't do this option, I can't do this option, I can't do this option. Well, now I got to take the shot. And that was the best defense of Gary Payton, is just taking the whole team out of whack by taking out the point guard that was driving the offense, and just forcing him to start thinking, what can I do with the basketball? Because I don't feel like I can get a quality shot either. And next thing you know, they give it to their worst scorer, or next thing you know, you're taking the worst shot available, and then they getting out in transition. And if they ain't getting out in transition, they're able to score more points because you're not really putting points on the board. And I feel like that's one thing that really made him great, was the ability to stand right in front of you, look you eye to eye, and say, "There's nothing you can do." And he was one of the best trash talkers in NBA history, based off what people say and based off what he feels about the players. And he backed it up on the court, whether he was scoring, assisting, rebounding, or just standing in front of guys and making them work extra hard to score even an easy basket, or just getting them out of sync. That's all they really needed him to do to be able to be a great defender and help the team win. And that was his way of contributing. If I can't get my guys involved, or if I can't score the ball, at least I'm taking my guy out of the play, or I'm going to take him out of that whole 24 seconds. And that was going to be my way of contributing to beating any team in the NBA, even if we had to go through the obstacles of not being able to score as well. And that we just gonna force them to have the same problem. It's just that I can turn my defense into offense, and they don't really have players that can defend like I can. And that's the mentality that he had. But he was an NBA champion in 2006, a 9-time NBA All-Star, 1994 through 98, and 2000 through 2003. He also was a 2-time All-NBA first team, showing you that he was above average as a point guard and just one of the best point guards in the entire league, especially because he kept working on his game and kept growing as a player, and he started showing it, especially in his prime. He was also a 5-time All-NBA second team from 1995 to 1997, from in 99 and 2002. He was All-NBA third team 1994 and 2001. He also was one of the first guards to win Defensive Player of the Year, and he actually was the first, I should say. But that just shows you how great of an impact that he made on the defensive end of the court, showing you that his offense wasn't the most important thing, showing you that he can also dominate the game so well defensively that it just made the game easier even for his teammates, because that's one less person you have to switch on, that's one less person you got to guard, and that's one less person you got to help on, keeping the defense all together just by not letting the snake of the head break apart or go away. Just let him hold down the fort, and it just make y'all got jobs easier, because that's one less guy you got to worry about. And he also was a 9-time All Defensive First Team from 1994 to 2002. And like I said before, he was an NBA steals leader, and he also was All Rookie Second Team. And he finally got that credit of being All NBA 75th Anniversary Team. Didn't make the top 50, but he kept working on his game and had a great end to his career. And he also had a great college career too. But it was just cool to see him win a championship and also be known as one of the greatest defensive players ever and the best defensive guard ever for the point guard position, and it's not even close. But that just shows you how much dedication it took him to be able to say, I don't really care about offense as much. I'm coming in here trying to lock up the best player on the court, and I'm going to make it tough. I'm going to make it ugly. I'm going to make it a grind. And that's how I feel when I'm defending, and that's how they going to feel when I'm defending them. And that's just mutual respect. You knew when you had to go in to go against his teams that you was going to have to work extra hard to take care of the ball, extra hard to make decisions. And that's the type of mentality that you want your opponent to have. You want them to feel like they got to give their best just to win the game, because I'm not the ordinary player that you're playing against in the NBA. I'm one that stands out. And that's what he has done over his career. And that's what he actually lived up to the hype as being. And it's good to see. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you check out more videos, because I got content just like this all over my channel. I got over 2,000 videos, and if you like videos like this, I upload basically every single day. And on top of that, if you already been a part of the channel, it may be videos that you missed or you didn't see. So make sure you check out my older videos too, so that way you can have, some access to some of the greatest content on YouTube. And other than that, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for hitting the notification bell, and thanks for supporting my channel for all after all these years. Thanks.